Well, good Sunday morning, everybody. And I'm Charles. That's Ryan. And this is Chatting with Charles. So, Ryan,
Okay.
how you doing, my friend?
Well, I was doing better, but I got over it.
I love that.
But, I tend to do that a lot for some reason.
Uh-huh.
But just trying to get work in this new knee. So I don't know if it's titanium, cobalt, or magnesium. I don't know what it is. It's metal against metal.
You got the whole $6 million man treatment, did you?
I'm getting it there. I'm telling you. Three back surgeries, three knee surgeries, and surgeries, and all kind
So
of other surgeries.
it brings to mind the question of how many original parts are there?
It does, and what freaked me out is like, what do they do with the parts they take out? You know, I'm like, can I keep those? Can I take the bone that you're pulling out of my back and make like a necklace out of it and make an arrowhead or something? Whatever. And he's like, no, we have to send that to the incinerator or something. And I'm like, well, shoot. I guess he said, you seriously want to keep it? I was like, if it's just going to be thrown away, I mean, it's part of my body, All right.
So Ryan's got this special box at home, extra parts.
Well, I do have two or three bottles with kidney stones in them. Because I've had lots of kidney stones in my life, over 100,
Oh my!
and I've always told my wife years ago that I kept them because I was going to put them all together one day and make a necklace or something out of them, and it'd be my rhinestone necklace.
Rhinestone. I love it. Oh,
My own
you
kidney
folks, while they're chomping on that idea for a while, right? Let's welcome some folks in.
Sure, yes, sir.
All right. So we got Keith for the love of guitars. He's saying music and law time.
All right, Keith.
All right.
Brother.
And we got our buddy Martin from L&M Guitar Corner saying yay for our music and law. That's right. Everyone's favorite music and law, Ryan Hall. We got Dave Chase says can't wait for this one.
Oh yeah.
Dave knows. Dave knows. That's all. Actually, Dave says sup all.
Hey Dave, how's it going?
And we got rock star Mitch Heyman in with us saying hello all. He's up early enough to watch today. Well, we appreciate that, Mitch.
I'm glad you're hanging in there.
Yeah. We got Puppy Badass saying, hey, Charles and Ryan. Here you go. I tell you, Ryan, I've always said that you and Ed together, great show. Great show.
Oh, man.
Just a conversation alone would be great. So good morning, Ed. We got Greasy Monkey Guitars saying morning all. Good morning to you, Greasy Monkey.
Hey, Dave. How's it going?
And we got Sean Hockey. He says, hello, all you guitar freaks. He's like, he heard Ryan was here. Got to roll up, got a seat up front. Sure.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that, brother.
And our buddy Eddie Fay, part 3. This must be the deep dive. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Charles 75 and Ryan Hall. Appreciate you.
Hey, Eddie Fay. All right, brother.
And William wants. Go ahead.
I said he's got a son that's in Japan also.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
Yeah,
Ryan knows everything and everybody, and
a little, just a little.
Well, our buddy One DeSilva says, "Don't step on my blue suede shoes." Well, we'll try not to.
So will I am.
Let's see. And Ed is saying hello to everybody. And let's see. I know. Oh, there he is. Dark Rob saying hola, everyone.
We wasn't talking about you all ago or nothing, right?
No, his name did not come up in the green room whatsoever.
No.
We promise.
Yeah.
We got Dan Gorman in the chat. Hello there, brother Dan.
Hey, Dan, how's it going, bro?
And we got the man that started it all, Ben Coombe, saying greetings and salutations.
Well, greetings and salutations to you too. I connect with brother.
Here you go. Eddie Faye says, new neat bionics. All right.
Yes, sir.
Dashel J says the bionic eye is next. They're setting up all your surgery.
It's really bad, but I don't really want to go there.
We got Blackjack Guitar saying, hey, Charles and Ryan, chatsters, cheers. Appreciate you, buddy.
Great to see you now.
You know, we need to get Blackjack on a chat with Charles.
Yeah, it would be good to see Gary coming in.
Oh, yeah, would love to see that. We got Wayne McConnell saying hi, boys. Well, hello there, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
And all the way from across the pond, we got Steve Cassidy Guitars. He's saying hello, guitar likers. Hello there, Steve. I really enjoyed that tour of the Spanish guitar shop the other day.
I didn't get to watch that. I seen it, the thumbnail to it, but I was going to try to watch it, but there's only so much time in each day. Don't get mad at me. We try.
we try. It's just too much good stuff out there. It's like you sit here, you look at it. Okay, I've got 20 minutes. There are 5 videos I want to watch. what can I squeeze in? Yeah, for sure. There he is, Cushman NYC.
Cushman, it's going, Cush.
Good to see you this morning. Eddie Faye says maybe use those parts to clone you. Were you telling all your parts been taken out? That's right. Ryan had a whole cloning program in mind. He was going to set it all up, and they just dashed his whole dreams.
We wouldn't want to see no more of me running around.
Oh, we got Rhodey's Jam Cave in the house saying howdy, Charles and Ryan. Hello there. Good to see you.
Rhodey, how's it going, brother? He's got a cool place. He plays live a lot of times.
Yeah.
And that's really great. Good bunch of guys. He's got a refrigerator, Charles. I'm sorry.
But go ahead. You're good.
He's got a refrigerator that's a Marshall amp.
Yes.
I've seen it sitting there, and I'm like, he goes over there, and when somebody goes over and pulls it open, and I'm like, what the hell? Reach in there and grab a cold one, and I'm like, that's a refrigerator? And it's a Marshall amplifier,
I've heard stories of these. I've never seen one, though.
He sure does.
But I need to get back over to his channel and check it out.
Yeah, you do. It's
been too long. Been too long. Again, this is what we talk about. There's so much good stuff to watch. You're trying to fit it all in.
It is.
In PC Rich, everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah.
I love this.
We leave him with that hobby.
Yeah. Well, Keith is saying and make some kidney stone fretboard inlays.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would work.
Yeah, now the thing is you can't not picture that.
Every time I touch it, I'd hurt in a specific spot.
There you go. Right. Yeah. Michael B saying, hey, all. Welcome in, Michael B. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. And trying not. Oh, there he is, Zach Thong. Hey, Charles and Ryan Hall.
Yeah, Zach has been spreading his wings a little bit now, too.
Yeah, he is. He has been out and playing on different channels, and it is just great to see. And I've been meaning to ask him to come on Chat with Charles as well. Especially now that he's out and doing stuff, and you can just see him light up when he plays. Love it.
He's a little bit on the shy side, but I believe he'd be really good to get on the show if we can talk to it.
Oh, you keep we just keep talking about those guitars, and you'd be all right.
Yep.
We got Brian for Search and Retone. Fella put out a fabric topping video. Can you believe this? He's
I've
working on
seen that. He tries to make it look like it's going to be really easy, though.
Well, it's actually I watched the video this morning and I really enjoyed it and appreciated the shout out. So thank you very much, Brian. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let's see. And wow, they are just going in the chat here and like trying hard not to miss something. Dan Gorman says, "Yep, so many people say hello to. It's great." There he is. Oh, Guitar Man 45 has made his way in saying hello, Charles and Ryan. Can I hang too? Of course you can, my friend.
Sure, brother.
And there he is all the way from sunny Arizona, Rico B.
Rico, hey, how's it going, brother?
See, you got a star on when you pull both Martin and Lucas in, and here's Lucas.
Lucas is here too?
Yep, Lucas is here too. Hey guys, cheers, Charles and Ryan. Lurking while doing stuff at home. Audio only. Wow.
Oh, okay. My face is just too harsh, I guess, Lucas.
but you know, big name Ryan Hall in the house. It's just pulling everybody in today.
Oh man.
There he is, Martian Murray. Neither Martian nor Murray, but we love him anyway. Fellow Texan in the chat.
Another Texas buddy, ain't he?
Yep, that he is. Let's see. I'm just trying to make sure we don't leave anybody out before we dig into some stuff here.
Sure.
Yeah, and going with Steve Cassie said he'd love to have that MG15 CD mini fridge.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody needs at least one.
Let's see, and I think we have worked our way down. Yeah, Ed, if you haven't seen that yet, it just got posted this morning, so it is definitely worth the watch. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, I watched it, and we made a few boo-boos around the...
That is so easy to do, and you know, and even to do that on a hand router for the binding is not easy. You know, that's why
I thought, dude, don't you need to strap that thing down? You know, I was just waiting for it to buckle or kick or something, you know.
Yeah, and it's, you know, and you're gonna have, you can route all day long. You're gonna have some chip out, but a little tip for you, Brian. There, take a piece of that binding, put it over those spots to where, put it in place to where those places where you got that tear out. And then you can drop your filling or your sawdust and glue mixture in there and fill that in, and the binding will act as a form. You just pack it in there, and then when it dries, you'll be good and be able to fabric top. You know, be able to just sand it down and do what you need to do.
Yeah, that'd be great. Was that Steve Reeser?
Yeah, that was Steve Reeser in the chat saying hello and cheers to everybody. Ryan, awesome video this morning. That's right. Ryan's got a new John Prine video out, and forgive me for not saying so. I am dying to sit there and get to it. And I think Ryan did it on purpose because he knew I'd be busy this morning setting up the show and make sure everything was right. And I'd have to wait until we were done to watch it.
Yeah, well, I did some other Texas Boys tune before that one. Yesterday, I released, dropped Archangels.
Yeah. Apparently, Ed caught it because he said he loved the one you did the other day.
Yeah. That's you know, the bass player and the drummer, Tommy Shannon and Chris Layton. They played drums and bass for Stevie Ray Vaughan. So
yeah,
they were in, and then you got Doyle Bromhall and then Charlie Sexton in there, and it's a really good mix. I hate the band didn't stay together, but things happen.
Yeah, definitely. I want to welcome in Herb of Fireside Studios, who's been putting out some great videos himself lately. So Awesome.
My knee buddy.
His knee buddy. That's right.
Mhm.
Brian said, "I'll get mine done when you get yours done." And then let Herb go first by a couple of days.
Yeah, when he gets that left one done, or the other one.
Herb says his phone won't tag, so he's watching on the TV. So just know that he's saying hi right back at you folks.
Good
And
to
go ahead.
I was just saying, good to hear that from her.
And BC Rich 581 says Tommy Shannon is an underrated bass player.
Yes, sir, he is. He's been in bands a long time, and probably from the age of like Stevie Ray Vaughan, 13 or 14, playing in clubs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Hip Metalworks, good morning to you. He says Archangels was a great album.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then he lets us know. Hey, cheers. Priorities, man, priorities. Guitar Man 45 says he has a new video out this morning as well. So make sure you check out and see that.
I thought I seen it drop, but I didn't get to check it out yet.
Yeah, so we all have a good list of videos to watch, it sounds like, today.
Sure does. I got to go to the hospital and visit mother or something today, so that'll take up the most of my afternoon.
But you got a call from Mom today with some good news, though.
Yeah, she called me this morning and she said, guess what? I said, what? She says, I'm sitting in the recliner. And I said, well, good, because she hadn't walked since she's been in the hospital for over a week.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie Bott.
Valerie Bott is in the chat. How about that? Welcome in, Valerie. Nice to see you. She's a huge Ryan Hall fan. A huge Ryan Hall fan.
I'm a huge Valerie Bott fan. I'll tell you what, she can play anything, sing anything. And she builds guitar pedals and stuff too.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, and it's nuts. I don't know how she does all the stuff she does.
Well, Valerie, welcome into the chat. Appreciate you being here, and we'll see if we can't get Ryan to tell you some special stories today. All right, let's see. So, Ryan, thanks for coming on for a third time, and it's always a great conversation.
Always enjoy it.
We got Vox Guitar Rocks making his way in.
Hey, Vox.
It is really good to hear that Mom is on the mend and doing better. Let her know that the guys all say hi.
I do, and she always tells me. She says, "You tell them I said hi back." I said, "It's a little difficult, Mom." I said, "But I'll try." And since I'm on the air now, I guess I can say, "Mom says hi back." Everybody.
Love it.
We're thinking about her, and she's like, well, I can't believe all them fellas and friends of yours are thinking about me. I said, well, yeah, Mom. I said,
hey,
yeah. Thoughts
Ryan Hall, Mom. You know, you gave us Ryan Hall. We gotta say hello. We gotta worry about you. Let's see. But yeah, in Guitar Man 45 is getting ready to check out a cheap band, a Cheap Trick cover band next week. So nice.
He was putting out videos of a lot of live bands pretty often.
Yeah, Zach Song's in the chat saying Valerie would be a great guest for the show. Yeah, I'd love to have Valerie on chat with Charles if she's interested.
Yeah, Valerie.
I heard we don't have enough female guests on this show.
Yeah. Valerie, you got interested in hearing about your fabric topping, so I wouldn't doubt if one day she might try to do that too, because she tries her hands in a lot of different crafts. She's a real good crafty person.
Then yeah, she probably do well with it then.
I bet she would.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got Monchism made his way in. So good afternoon, Charles and Ryan and Mom. See, everybody's talking to Mom.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Let's see, just kind of making sure we got all right. So we're there. So Ryan, um, you've been working on all these songs and releasing them, and I tell you, every video just seems to be getting better. And I look forward to the next Ryan Hall drop, and I'm like, okay, I have a mental note when we go on tour, the order.
Okay, sounds good.
So what is the kind of process that you go through when you decide, okay, what's going to be the next song or the next video?
Honestly, it's kind of hard, but not too hard. But it's like, songs that we grew up with in the '80s and things of that nature, and then of course songs of the '70s too. Since we the first band I was in, I was 13, and we were basically at that time you didn't have bands that were you know like a Van Halen wannabe band, or whatever you call it.
Right, you were a cover, yeah, you had cover bands that would cover multiple bands in in their shows, not one specific band, right? Not like a tribute band, yeah.
Yeah, and see, we were doing just Leonard Skinner songs, and that's what we was. So we were basically a Leonard Skinner cover band before I knowed what a cover band was.
Love it.
But yeah, me and my cousin Curtis, he was the one that passed away, from
Hmm.
brain cancer. He's just a year older than me. He used to come over to my house, or I'd go to his house on a bicycle, and he had a moped, and he had an Explorer, and had it sitting out on the back of that moped, looked like a wing for an airplane or something.
Hmm.
He come to my house one day, and we had this hill that goes way down, and then there's rocks at the bottom of it, and rocks down to the sides. And he's got his helmet on, thank God, and about 14-year-old, and he's going down that hill with that guitar sticking out. Albums, he's got albums on there and a guitar pedal. And all of a sudden, I hear this boom, crash down. I'm like, oh shoot! No, he didn't. So I grabbed my bicycle and I speeded it up down there to the hill, and then I seen him down there. He's like spread out like he was dead, and
Hmm.
I'm like, guys, man, you all right? He's like, what happened? I'm like, I said, I think you happened, but it didn't scratch an album or didn't mess up his guitar or nothing, but just freaked him out. I think he was
Really?
wearing a helmet, so that was one good thing. That's one thing I can say about him. He never had. That was so weird about him getting brain cancer, because he never was sick when we were kids and never broke a bone that I know of or
Nothing
done
ever went
anything.
wrong, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he drove a car like at 40 to 45 miles an hour, no matter what. I'm like, dude, come on, it's like 65 here. It's like, no, I said, I ain't going to get tear up something or have a wreck, And I'm like,
That
okay.
blows
So,
my mind that there's no damage to the guitar or the records. It's like, how?
yeah, I think it's just because he didn't have them strapped on good, and they just they
They just
wobbled
went,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, the air cushioned them maybe or something. I don't know. It
That's
was
great.
nuts.
Well, Eddie Faye's got a question for you. He says, would you wear the guitar on your back like a backpack when you were riding your bike heading over his house for practice, or were you one arm in it? What were you doing?
At that time, Eddie, I didn't even have a guitar. I, my sister had an electric guitar, and I couldn't dare take it out of the house without her being attached to it. She had an old Fender music. Uh, what was it? Music Master? No. Shoot. I'll think of it in a minute. It's an old Fender, one of their lowest models of guitars they made back in the '70s. And I won't say it's Music Master or something like that. I already know because I got a bass guitar just like it,
Mm-hmm.
and a bass amp too. And but I got them actually got them from Curtis's dad. Curtis's dad was a preacher, and hey Arf, how's it going, brother? And he was a preacher, and he was had a you know instruments. Hey Patrick,
Patrick,
had
hello.
instruments for the band and stuff, and he took and had 1970, about 1977, something like that, bass guitar and a bass amp. And I won't say it's Music Master for some reason or other. That may be wrong.
Christian in the chat to sing Melody.
No, no, it wasn't a melody.
It wasn't a melody maker. He says.
No, it was like a Mustang, except it was only one pickup in it.
Yeah.
I think it was called a Music Master. I may be wrong. Ben probably knows.
Well, Guitar Man 45 says he had 3 highs on Move My Gear, 3 high ones move his gear in an old box truck and think it was 4-speed clutch.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. And Dan Gorman saying smoke them if you got them, folks. So, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't kick nobody out for smoking in here.
That was an interesting response to the question because you never answered the question.
No, I never did actually have a guitar that I carried to Curtis's because I had to get on my bicycle. My dad had an old flat top, a Gibson J45, so I wasn't bound to try to get that thing and carry it in the case over there. So
there you go. Michael Krause has got it. He says, "Yep, the Fender Music Master was like a Mustang, but with one pickup."
Yes, sir. There you go. I knew somebody in there had to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got a bass and a bass amp that are both Music Master, and just like they're not the same look, but I mean, it's the same model from Fender. But yeah, I would just ride over to his house, and he had 2 guitars. He had his dad's flat top and his electric guitar, and so me and him would sit there and take turns with the record player, picking up the needle and letting it down, play one little verse, and then pick it back up, and then try to pick it on the guitar and try to find where it was, and there was nothing back then like the internet. You might could find some books that would have some written tabs in it, but until then, there wasn't really nothing. And so you just sit there and you tried to learn it by picking that needle up and putting it back down, up and down, up and down. For hours we did that. But, we wanted to play it just perfectly, just like Skinner did, and so we did play a lot of Skinner songs, just almost just like we did on the album. That's the way Skinner did. That that's one of the odd things about Skinner that I always heard is that whenever they played live, they played their songs. That Ronnie wanted them to play their songs just like they sounded on the album. We play them live, it's gonna sound just like it was on the album. We ain't gonna mess it up. It ain't gonna be different. And so all the lead parts of the guitar players will all be practiced, and they'd all be right there together.
So how hard was that of a process for you guys to kind of pull off? Because to me, I mean, I have a hard time doing that myself. But I guess between the two of you together, it probably made it easier than doing it by yourself. But,
Right.
But I mean, how long or hard of a process was that for you guys to figure out a song?
Well, it was a long process, and but now Curtis was actually had at one time had a music teacher for a little while, and so he learned a little bit that way. Hey, Steve Brand, and if he'd learned something, sometimes we'd look over it together, and he'd show it to me, and then but we'd sit there and with the guitars and try to find that tone wherever they was on the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
And back then, I didn't know what a drop D chord or drop C or all that stuff. I
So
still
you're
don't.
deciding where the equivalent note on the fretboard is and hoping for the best.
See, I play. That's like being making fun of me one day that I actually had a capo on. I never put a capo on my guitar. It's just to me, that's just wrong. No offense. I know Valerie's in the chat, so she uses a capo quite often, but she's a better picker than I am with her finger picking style. But I don't know. I just can't play with a capo. It seems like it takes away part of the sound, and then you play up the neck wherever the chord is, you play it up there and find it. And that's the way we did. That's how we played. Just bar chords, and then find the bar chord. Then you go with that top bass string, and you find it first, and then you go in with your second string.
Mm-hmm. Patrick tries to sing, I only use a capo to set neck relief.
Yeah, I know you went off.
And Ben and Guitar Man 45 are going back and forth about this guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about the Melody Maker, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Bo was saying I don't have one, and Ben was saying, well, they're kind of a lower model. And says, yeah, and Guitar Man 45 says, yeah, but they're kind of iconic. And he says, well, only because of Joan Jett. So, see, there you go. Whole conversation boiled down in the chat.
The Music Master and the Mustang were two of Fender's lowest models, but they're still real collectible. My sister actually still has hers. So,
Does she really?
yeah, bless her heart, she has kept her guitar. I've sold every one I've had except for my Ovation, I guess. And then my Ovation, you'd have to fry my fingers off of it. Away from it.
We're not getting out. Yeah. That is it might even be buried with you, right? It's just
Yeah. I have Glenn Campbell sitting there right beside me saying, "Thank you, partner."
So I love this. Martin was saying, hey, so many great guitar players use capos, so I don't see anything wrong with it. And then Ben just chiming in here saying John Prine used a capo, Mr.
Yes,
Ryan.
He did it a lot, but as Ben probably knows, I do most of them without a capo, and I play them in different chords or something, but still try to play them in the same sound progression as John would play.
Yeah. Well, Steve Brand says he used to be anti-capo snob, saying things like, I have a functioning index finger, but they're indispensable in the studio when you're laying down parts. So
Yeah, it makes a difference, but it's just Glenn Campbell was one that I don't know that he didn't invent the thing, but I do know that he used to play with them more than anybody else did on television and stuff. He'd say he could play any song you wanted him to because he's got this capo, this thing called a capo, and he would attach it across the neck, and he'd just play any song you tell him. He'd just pick it right out. But he was a good sessions musician that played on the Beach Boys albums and all kinds of other people. He was a master musician.
well, we get a reminder here from Greasy Monkey Guitar saying, don't forget Pat Travers rocked a mid-60s D-shaped Melody Maker.
Oh, did he now? Yeah. Pat Travers, that's way back in the day.
And Eddie Fay was reminding us, he says, Leonard Skinner lyrics lead to a picture before the hook, whiskey bottles and brand new cars, oak tree, you're in my way. There's too much coke and too much smoke. Look what's going on inside of you.
And we used to do that song. That was like actually one of my favorite songs we did, and was that smell. And I still didn't really know the full lyrics to it. I guess sometimes I just because I wasn't the singer, I
Mm-hmm.
just sang the background parts and stuff. And but it's the smell that surrounds you is what I thought it used to say. Or the smell of death that surrounds you.
Right.
And so it really takes on a different tone when you say it like it's written.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's around you, you know, and it's like, oh man, that's a deep song, really a deep song.
Well, and it's like it's amazing when you go back, like all the songs that you were really into in your youth, and you go back and you hear them again through older ears, and you're like, oh wow, there's a meaning there that I never knew was there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, you know, you just was trying to figure it out, how to play it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then, but at the time we were trying to do it like they did on the record. So we had three guitar players, and I was the lowest tier. I was, you know, Curtis and Randy Fowler was another guy that was with us. He was same age as Curtis, just a year older than me. So they, hey Gary Junkie, and they would play the main lead parts, and I would play the third part a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. These folks are going back and forth about this capo. Up there, you know, Zach Long, but a lot of songs were written for a capo, for example. Only way to do Here Comes the Sun is with the capo at the 7th fret.
Yeah, yeah, I know that opened a can of worms when you said that.
Yep, it got some mileage for sure. See, and Ben used to cover that smell as well. It was fun to play.
It is. I thought about doing that one, except I want to do it on the electric guitar so I can play the lead line, and I'm hoping to hook up. I got a big Tascam 32 track recorder now,
Uh
and I hadn't never got to actually hook it up and practice with it yet. But I'm hoping I can get to do it so that way I can have the full band sound, you know,
oh.
play bass and sing backgrounds and keyboard. You know, I play all of that and put down a whole song.
Well, Arf says Stone Monkey Man is capo at the 2nd fret. There you go, Stone Monkey. And let's see, Jade Guitars has made an appearance. He's saying hi, friends. Well, hello there.
Jay, yeah, it's my dad's got one of the original Epiphones that has the no fret or whatever you want to call it.
I'm sorry, I saw this and lost it.
What you been saying?
With Charles. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm Ryan. My fault.
Oh, that's fine. I can't see nothing in the chat in that too.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get them up there for you so you can get a gander at them. Enjoy it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. One of these days I'll grow up and have my computer.
Kind of take you back before I interrupted you. So you got the mixer set up, the recording mixer set up, and you want to get to the playing some more of the electric.
Yeah, I wanted to do, you know, I got songs of my own stuff I've written, and I hate to release them like I release everything else with mistakes in it. But people tell me, say, "Oh, that lets us know you're real. You know, it's really you. You're playing live, and that's cool." And they are okay with it. But you can always see there's a corner of my eye tilt or something, or my head shake every time I screw up, and I can't seem to do a song yet that I hadn't screwed up at least one part.
Yeah, but
But
you know what? There's I think people expect that to some degree as well too. And when you're having fun, it doesn't matter, right?
yeah,
When you're having fun and you're into it, doesn't matter. You just keep going. Uh, uh, there is not a video of you playing a song that I haven't thoroughly enjoyed, whether I like the song or not.
well, I appreciate that, Charles. Now that I know that there's some of the songs you don't like,
But the thing is, it's the there is no. It's like I mean, maybe a song that I don't particularly like, but I enjoy watching you do it. Right, because there is a showmanship in the way you do things that just comes naturally. Like, okay, how's he going to handle this? Right?
yeah, I just enjoy the music, and years ago, back when we was in high school and stuff, with Ben Michael Thompson, hey
Glenn
brother,
Michael Thompson, welcome in, buddy.
and we used to, me and Curtis would always bring our flat tops to parties or things down on the creek, and we actually had the name of the band was the Nest Band, Nest, because we named it after Curtis because every time he moved away from home and got a job, was making payments or house or rent, and stuff, he would always end up going bankrupt and having to move back home to the nest. So we called the band the Nest Band,
I love
and
it.
it was kind of a unique thing because at the time when we recorded, he didn't even own a guitar, and he was singing, the main songs. He was written writer of the main songs, and but he had to use, like, when we went to the studio, he wanted to take my Ovation. He says, "Ryan, can I play the Ovation with the flat top part at the beginning of this one song?" I said, "Sure, Curtis." And he's like, "I love the sound of that guitar." He's like, "No other guitar sounds like that."
Mm-hmm.
He said he wanted to play it. I was thrilled that he wanted to play it. So it was on our record too. And then the other guitars, the drummer, his mother was financially well off, and she actually paid for our recording session. And the 2-inch reel-to-reel tape, I think, was like $200 or something just for the tape.
Wow.
250, something like that. And that's in 1988. And the engineer, he was like $200 an hour. And I can't remember. We ended up playing like 6 hours in the studio, and it was cost over like $2,000 or something like that. But it was something to this day still sends chills in my bones because I felt, hey,
Here we got Bruce in the chat saying hello, Charles and Ryan. Call everyone. I am watching on my phone and can't tag people. So hello, Bruce, and Bruce is saying hello to everybody.
yes, hey, brother. They call me Bruce.
So you just were into it.
Yeah, it's just you could feel the vibe in the studio of all the musicians that had been there before me, and pictures on the wall of Bob Dylan, uh, Bob Seger, Leonard Skinner, of course, and Allman Brothers. I mean, even the Rolling Stones came down there and did, I think, the Wild Horses,
Mm-hmm.
when they did the Wild Horses album. whatever the name of the album is. I know it's not the name of the album, but it's just a song. But that was in like in '69, I think it was. And they came to Muscle Shows to record that all the way from England, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That Muscle Shows was the recording capital of the world at that time, is what it was known as.
And that's something you got to record there as well.
Yeah, and that's to me that's a blessing from God, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, that was a you know that wasn't a mistake. That was made that way on purpose, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Martin's got a great question for you. He says, "Does our music in law have a holy grail guitar?"
Oh, sort of. I guess you could call it a Holy Grail guitar because it ain't finished. But one of these days I'll show it to y'all. It's one I've been building since I was in high school. 1980, 1984 or 85 when I graduated high school. There was a guy that played music with me that he had made a Stratocaster and had made it out of wood that was from a church pew,
Mm-hmm.
and it was oak, I think, red oak or something like that. Hey, Keith H. And he is he had a piece of wood left over, so he gave me this piece of wood, and it was kind of skinny, so and long, but I ended up making a pattern similar to an Explorer out of it,
All right.
and I still have not. I have painted it like 5 times, different colors, and I put pickups in it and took them out. I put electronics in it and took them out. Uh, you know, I've thought about routing it for a trim, but then thought, no, I'm going to leave this one like an Explorer, you know,
Mm-hmm.
factory one, you know, no tremolo on it, and but it's a guitar that that I just one of these days if I finish it, it'll probably be the last thing I do. I guess I don't know.
All right, so what has kept you from finishing it? That's interesting because if you painted it 7 times, right? I mean, there's obviously a passion for this project, right? Because if you change your mind about the color 7 times, and you decided, okay, we're not going to put the tremolo on it because I want it to be like this, what has stopped you from completing this thing?
It's kind of like the bug that bites you, Charles.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfection thing,
Uh-huh.
where I want it to be perfect, and because it's my guitar that I built with my own 2 hands. Hey, Matt, with one T,
And Matt.
and you know, it's it's special to me because a friend gave me the wood, and it was from church pews. These were leftover parts where they built the church. So that may have been like 15 or 20 years old back then, during 1985. So, and then, but I made it into a pattern, and then my cousin cut it out for me at the wood shop, and then there it sat for years, and just part of my stage, and where we used to play was a ham house, the ham house,
Mm-hmm.
It was a place where they used to cure hams, leave hams in there to cure for people that, it was old meat place, meat house that we bought our store from, and that had that ham house attached to it. And I took that over and made it into sort of like a small music venue, but if you want to call it that. But it's just a giant man cave to me, and put carpet on the walls, and the walls were about that thick with the styrofoam in there because it was a ham house. It was a locker code room at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was real thick walls, and I had people still that would be like 3 miles away tell me that they would hear it. They'd sit up at night and listen to us play and that was with the door that was like 12 inches thick or 11 inches thick with carpet on it too. With the door shut. And they said they could hear it. They hear the thumping of the bass and everything else because the hey Paul
Well,
and but I guess the whole building act like a bass amplifier. Just
right.
boosted that bass tone. People could hear it for miles around, and sometimes we take a break and go out in there, and there be people parked out in the parking lot listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes we'd have a crowd inside. And we would be trying to practice, and then you got people hanging out, getting wasted and messing us up. And just one thing and another.
Well, Martin is saying in the chat, he says, man, we got to make Ryan finish that guitar. Would love to see him play it. Yeah, we're all thinking the same thing there.
I want to. I want to do it too. I'd like to do it this year if I could, because I got a Thornbucker Plus I'm going to put in it, and that's it. Just one single double humbucker. I may end up splitting it and put in a coil tap, or switch, either a switch or I don't really like the knobs, pull knobs, push pulls. I don't really like those. I prefer an old toggle switch that I can just flip it, and I know that the thing's flipped.
Right. It's with the push pull, you can look down and maybe not see if it's in or out if you're in a hurry, but that there's no escaping what position that toggle switch is in.
Right. That's my old Charvel I had back during the 80s. Was a new model that had EMG pickups in it. And it had a humbucker and two single coils. And each one of them had its own toggle switch to turn it off and turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to put the battery in the back of the guitar and everything. So this was the first time I'd ever even heard of anybody putting a battery in a guitar. When I got ready to buy it,
What's that all about? What's going on there, right?
I was like, what's this pocket here for? And he's like, oh, you put battery in there. I'm like, what's a battery doing in my guitar? Like, the pickups are hot, Ryan. They take electricity to make them hotter. I said, well, I think electricity flows through it, don't it? Like, yeah, but these are a lot hotter than regular pickups. I'm like, all right, and then I went ahead and bought it. And thing is I was juggling between that one and either a new Wolfgang that had or a new Eddie Van Halen. I may have been an Ernie Ball, I guess, or at that time, and I was looking at a 335, and I never did get to 335. But Martin would have liked it because it was solid red, and just a beautiful, beautiful guitar. But I played it, but never got to buy it.
Well, I'll tell you, we're going to be on you till you finish this one. We're just going to ask every week now. So every time you're every time you're going to Water Buffalo meeting, every time you're in the chat, we're just going to say, hey, Ryan, how's the guitar going?
Sounds good. I've got a different neck that I want to put on it. So, that's going to change it again. So I had to drill new neck holes in it and whatever. But that's what I wanted for it, was a Kramer neck. And I had one a friend of mine rebuilt, and that was broken. Actually broke the headstock off of it, but it's a 1984 Kramer, American made.
There you go.
And he did a good job on the frets and everything on it, and I got that one from him. But I got that one from Robbie Stingle. Yeah.
There you go. Well, Puppy Badass or Brother Ed wants to know what song is Ryan going to play in his next video? Do you have your next song queued up? You know what it's going to be?
Well, the one that I released today was, it's called knocking on your screen door.
Here you go.
John Prine. So
And I'm dying to listen to this one.
It should be out there now. It's like I said, it's one off of one of his later albums before he passed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it pop this morning. It's like, oh, he's trying to get me before the show. I see what he's doing.
But sometimes I do them in twos. Sometimes I'll do a John Prine, but I want to do something else too, something that's rocking and something that's folk. Just bounce back between them.
Love it. Let's see. Joshua Dave says, Eddie, it was used in the body of the Pickard. Pickard had a strat hole, I guess. So it was used as a strap it. Okay. All right. So we have, but we know you put out the John Prine one, but do we know what the next one's going to be?
No, I sure don't. I'm not. I thought about doing a Skynyrd song.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe Whiskey Rock and Roller, or maybe even That Smell. I don't know.
All right. You got to do those.
Do it on electric, but still have to do it with the settings on the amp low enough that it won't blast out the microphone, and then still allow me to sing. So just have to, it's you got to twiggle them knobs just right to get it down in that area.
Well, there you go. So I'm looking forward to that. I am definitely looking forward to that. So, what's the rest of your day going to look like? What do you got queued up in the YouTube guitar universe here?
Oh gosh, I don't know. What else am I wanting to do, or?
Yeah, what else are you wanting to watch today? For example, we've got Music Therapy Labs is coming up next. I heard that Ben Coombs has got Symmetry on, and there's a special root beer that's going to be sampled during the show. I believe Guitar Talk Universe is going to have a show in the old slot that the OU81 crew was using on Saturdays. So,
well, Valerie Bott, she actually has a show that starts about at 12 too.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to bounce between her and Laz, and I'll try to bounce between them. And I have to go between them sometimes, and it's hard. It's a hard decision to make.
For sure.
I know Valerie's listening. I'm sorry, but I love you, girl. But me and Laz has known each other for a long time, and then we've done some deals together. And that's where I got that G&L from.
Yeah, and Ben saying that Pete is live in a few minutes too, so Pete will be going live. Yep. And so lots of good choices out there.
Too many choices, I'm telling you, man. You can't.
It is hard. It is hard. And Steve Brand is confirming. Indeed, Charles, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. They will be live. So.
Oh man, I hardly ever see them either.
Lots of good choices. But you did. To be honest, you just say that you would go back. You go back and forth between Laz and Valerie. So. Everybody should be happy there, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope no one want to beat me up or anything like that.
Not at all. Ryan Hall, my friend, you are a true treasure in our community. And so you consider yourself on speed dial forever.
All right, be done. And then when I get the tour bus, I'm definitely reserving captain's chair for you, buddy.
I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to. I'm putting together the set list from your videos as we speak.
Sounds like a winner.
And Herb at Fireside Studio says, just drum the chords. You don't have to pick, just like the song. Ryan has the voice to make that song special for sure. Thank you, Steve Brand. Thank you. Another great episode. And Eddie Faye, thanks for the show. Another entertaining chat with Charles. And Dave Chase, Ryan and Charles, thanks for a great show. We'll appreciate you guys all. We're going to let y'all go because we're a minute over. I know that Laz is going to be starting a little bit and Valerie will be starting a little bit. And Ryan, thanks for being on again. It's absolute pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. Always a fun time.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play them out with our excellent theme song written and recorded by Ben Coombs. And you hold on, then we'll let them go and we'll talk a little bit more.
All right, everybody.
All right, have a great Sunday, everybody.
See y'all.